Well, good morning. It's Monday morning, the 27th of April, and we are going to start our next chapter called Passion for God this week. And so, something that represents passion is fire. And so it's a nice cool morning this morning. And so I got up early and just out here reading a little bit on my patio and turned on the fire pit because it was a little cold. It's nice. It's in the 50s this morning. So as we go through this chapter, I thought this would be just a really good symbol to just have in mind a fire, a passion for God. And so we're going to open up that subject today. So let me turn this around. Hey, good morning. I wanted to read at the end of the intimacy chapter. Here, actually, let me turn this around so you can see it. I really like this. It says, intimacy with God is what fuels the spiritual passion that drives our participation in his mission, our involvement in the kingdom of God now, our living incarnationally, and so many other things we have talked about in this course. A personal, intimate relationship with God is the only way we can ever serve him out of spiritual passion rather than religious duty. And so we're going to explore that next. Moving over here to the next chapter, spiritual passion, it says, we were created to be passionate. I think that's so true. We were created for passion. And so today, what you're going to do, this is the instructional video for what we're going to do today. If you turn to page 262 in your book, you'll see it says on the side over to the right hand side of page 262, it says, what difference does it make? And there are some questions there. And so all you're going to do today is just pull up a Word document, answer those questions on page 262. Let me show you what it looks like. Right here, you're going to answer these questions. What difference does it make? And it starts out talking about what are you passionate about? And I think that if you didn't already know, during this pandemic of social isolation and the shelter at home order, maybe it has revealed some things that you're passionate about because they've been taken away. And lots of times we can tell what we're passionate about when we can't do them anymore. We really miss them. And I know for a lot of us, sports, watching sports on TV is something that we really miss. And so what are those things that you're passionate about? That's kind of the first question. And so I just want you to be honest. Again, we were created for passion. A couple of other things that I thought about just as we leave the intimacy chapter is, I think that when we have a really close relationship with someone, when we're intimate with someone, like we can think about like our best friends, or if you're, in a dating relationship and you've been in that relationship for a while, we start to we could say become like our friends. Like we're kind of, there are similar traits. There's this saying, birds of a feather flock together. And so the people that you hang out with the most, the people that you're intimate with the most, probably you have a lot of things in common. And so there's a verse in Ephesians, and it says this, it's 5:1-2. It says, be imitators of Christ, walk in love as Christ also loved us. And so if we are intimate with Christ, then we're going to start to become like him, right? So it makes sense. And so are we walking in love? Are we imitators of Christ? And so just something to think about as we leave that chapter. Another verse that came to mind was, I think sometimes we what are some roadblocks to being intimate with God, with spending time with God, with not keeping us from being imitators of God. And I think that can be that we are seeking to please men too much. And so in Galatians 1:10, it's actually one of the first verses that I memorized when I got saved. And it says, am I seeking to please men, or am I seeking to please God? Because if I'm still seeking to please men, then I'm not a follower of Christ. And so first and foremost, we want to seek first his kingdom, and all these things will be added unto us. That's Matthew 6:33, right? Seek his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto us. Okay, so seek his kingdom today. I want you to turn, starting out the next chapter on Passion for God. You are going to turn to page 262 and answer just those questions over there to the right. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 questions, and that's it for today. And so keeping it short, keeping it light, and I hope you all have a fabulous day. It's beautiful. Get outside, exercise, get some vitamin D from the sunshine. That's so good for you. And I love you all. God bless. I'm praying for you today that you have a wonderful day. All right. Love you.